Welcome back. In this lesson here, we're going to go over the short and the integer data types. In the last lesson, we went over the Boolean and we went over the byte data types. So we're going to cover the short and the integer. And now the short and the integer, of course, do have larger data ranges than the byte data type. The byte only has a unsigned data range of 0 to 255. Okay, now the short has a negative 32,768 to a 32,767, and of course that is a signed integer. So let's go ahead and let's work with the short. And I'm just going to pick a value here that's within range. And let me put a space in between here so we know what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to print. And so you can see what we're doing. So we can say console.writeLine. Okay, and also I am going to format the output of the range so that it is easier to read, and I will show you how to do that here in a second. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use a format string here, and just kind of follow along with me here. And I am going to say, what is it, a short data type, so it's going to be a short dot min value to string dot format zoom. Okay, short dot max value. Let's go ahead and okay, let's go ahead and let's display what we have here. And as you can see, and here's the format string here with the comma. That's what that format string is doing. We're inserting a comma so that the number is easier to read. And I could probably do that the same thing to the value. Because the value will probably be a little hard to read. It's, sometimes, especially with larger numbers. Okay, and there we go. So you can see that it's an int 16. Now, int 16, it doesn't come up as short. It comes up as int 16. There's int 16, which is for short, int 32 for integer, and int 64 for a long. So we're working with an int 16. This is why I'm doing this, to show you what is coming up, and so that you know what int 16 is corresponding to, what int 32 is corresponding to, and what int 64 is corresponding to. So let's go ahead and do an integer. And now with an integer, we have a much larger data range, and I will show you here in a second. And we're just going to type in numbers here, nothing important. And let's print information on int my integer. Okay, and we'll just... And, you know, as you're programming too, a lot of times you type so fast you trip over yourself, and sometimes you see me doing that myself. Very common. And of course, I'm going to definitely use a format string for the integer because we're in a 2 billion range now. Okay, and range is going to be int. Oh, gotta use the format string. That format. Oh, made a little mistake there. Sorry about that. Okay, up. String dot format, and let's go ahead and get and insert a blank line. Okay, and oh, expected where? Yes, because I did use a format string. Sorry about that. Oh, okay, I did supply a larger number. Okay, it should go away here. Come on. Oh. I'm not sure why that is doing that, because that is not a okay, well anyway, here we go. Int 32, range negative 2 billion to 2 billion, and you can see the numbers here. I won't read all that. And the value is 4,578. And that little error that happened over here, I was obviously out of the range for the integer, and I was trying to pick up a long, but I'm in range with an integer. And that just goes to show you what will happen if you do go out of range. So that will conclude this video. The next one will cover the long data type and the float data type.